This series reflects my personal experience with ChatGPT in my own life. It's not the only way to use AI and not necessarily the best way. I am not an expert. I just talk about what worked for me, what didn't, and how I adapted. And my hope is that it inspires you to explore how AI can support you. In this episode, I want to share a real situation from work. Not necessarily a successful story, but just as a look at how I was using it and how um, I started to change based on its limits. It wasn't about mastery, it was about learning how to work with ChatGPT. I bought ChatGPT in because I wanted to become more capable, not by starting from scratch, but having ChatGPT learn alongside me. My goal was to be able to work more independently and use ChatGPT as a support function instead of me needing to go for outside help every time I wanted to get something done. I was trying to create a site that could automate a workflow that was being done manually and taking up a lot of time. And it wasn't just about saving time, it was reducing repetitive work that didn't require people's skills. And this would free them up to focus on more problem solving and developing creative solutions. I started out directly where I asked ChatGPT to be an expert in the platform and the language. And I asked for it to give me a solution. At that point, I was just looking for something that was plug and play. Sometimes the results worked exactly as I expected. Other times they didn't. I'd hit errors or it wouldn't behave like I thought they should behave. And the tricky part was that I couldn't always tell what was causing the issue. So when things didn't work, I went back to ChatGPT and I shared what was breaking. And sometimes it could help me. Other times it would give me the exact same wrong answers and lead me back to where I started. I felt like I was going in circles and not making any progress in coming up with a workable solution. That's when I started to see what was really happening. ChatGPT didn't have full visibility into the environment I was working in. And honestly, neither did I. There were constraints and configurations unique to our setup that I just couldn't possibly know. And that was the turning point. I stopped asking ChatGPT to just fix things. I started asking it to help me understand what I didn't see yet. That shift changed how useful the responses became. And once I changed how I worked with ChatGPT, the experience was different. I wasn't just copying answers, I was starting to ask better questions, which led to better answers. I started to recognize patterns, understand why things worked the way they did, and adjust when they didn't work as expected. And that's where the real learning happened. What I took away from this is that ChatGPT works best alongside my own thinking and experience. And the clearer I got about what I was trying to do and what I didn't understand yet, the more helpful the answers became. It didn't replace learning, it helped to accelerate. If this felt familiar, you're not alone. A lot of us aren't trying to become experts. We're just trying to learn enough to move forward with some confidence. Can you think of ways that AI could help you think clearer, structure things better for you? Maybe you need help with planning or decision making. Share what comes to you in the comments below this video. This experience helped me to see what ChatGPT could do and where I wanted more. And that's what eventually led me to explore the paid version, not for more answers, but for deeper collaboration, better context, and more flexibility in how I could work with it. And that's where I'll pick up in the next episode.